Feel me like a Hellcat.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm Angel PT, and today we are here to take a look at the Bioshock Remastered running on my desktop. So Bioshock Remastered was developed initially by, the port was developed by Blind Squirrel Games, and it's still using Unreal Engine 2.5. So this remaster could be much better if they remaster to Unreal Engine 4 or 3, but I guess they just wanted to have a short work with this release, and so they maintained the code and the engine. So as you can see, the game is running at 1080p with everything maxed out. I'm using VSync because it makes the video looks a little bit smoother, but you are free to check the frame rate without recording and without VSync on the details of the video. If you want to see some discussion about it, you just need to press the red rectangle saying frame rate, and you will see there. So as you can see, there is a bunch of other options. You can customize keys and multiple audio things and some gameplay stuff, but we will start the new game. But before everything, I just want to say some things that changed between the Bioshock, the regular edition from a decade ago, and the new Bioshock Remaster. So the new Bioshock Remaster features complete redesigned textures that occupy sometimes 2 gigabytes of VRAM, so it's brand new textures, new assets, and reworked assets that makes the game much better looking,
son,
and less
special.
old. But in other hands, there are other things that I personally didn't like too much, like for example, the water reflections might look a little bit more realistic, but they aren't really prettier. And there is too another change. For example, right from the start near the lighthouse, all the bump mapping and wet floors were done. There is no more wet floors and stuff like that. Yeah, yes, you can see actually water on the floor and things like that, but the bump maps are gone, and for me that was a big thing to lose in this version of the game. I find it very weird because a remaster is supposed to have everything improved, and seeing some things gone away, it's a little bit weird. But I will let you enjoy a little bit of gameplay, and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No. says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose rapture. A city where the artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, rapture can become your city as well.
Is it someone new?
That plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground. Take a deep breath and step out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind. We're gonna need to draw her out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me. Just a bit further. How do you like that, mister? Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Bloody splicer. Seal Johnny in before they... Goddamn splicers.
Look back! Please!
My daddy's smarter than Einstein, stronger than Hercules, and like a fire with a snap of his finger. Are you as good as my daddy, mister? Not if you don't visit the Gatherer's Garden, you...
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some atom on him. Let's buck. Weak! You're a weak chopper. This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow! Always have been. You'll be no better off with a metal daddy, little fish. See you floating, alright.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's alright. I know he'll be an angel soon.
You alright, boyo? First time plasma's a real kick from a mule. But there's nothing like a fistful of lightning now, is there? Slicer! Give him the combo. Zap him, then whack him. 1-2 punch. Remember, the 1-2 punch.
I didn't mean to hurt anyone!
Listen, I've got a family. I need to get them out of here. But the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe, just maybe... I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now. But you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please. Plasma's changed everything. They destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it. Best friends butchering one another. Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
Charlie, where you going? No, Charlie!
baby?
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute? You think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled. She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface, well, that don't count for much down in Rapture. Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
Clean it up! Clean it up! This isn't some damned flop house! Uncivil, uncouth, uncultivate!
Security alert in hall.
Leave me alone! Come on!
Tacky little...
It's Ryan! Goddamn Andrew Ryan! Found him! Damn it! They shut off access to Neptune. There's another way to get there. Head to medical. What are you waiting for? Go! Oh, Christ! You're trapped!
Hello boys, welcome back now to the performance section of the video without recording, okay? And so I decided to test the game at 1080p and 1440p, and as you can see the minimum frame rate is actually the same. It's when you get in the capsule that takes you to the Rapture, when the video appears and says that I'm Andrew Ryan and I'm here to ask you a question. So when that thing happens, the frame rate just go down and I have that bottleneck. But despite that sequences, as you can see, most of the performance is mostly different between all of them. So 1440p is 100 frames average and 1080p was like 160 or whatever. So as for the Welcome to the Rapture, which is the first chapter, the game is a little bit more different. I mean, the minimums are different and the average had a difference of 40 frames per second. So what I want to say is that at 1440p you can actually play the game above 60 FPS with ease. So for some reason, if you have a 1440p screen or you want to play with VSR, well, it's possible and it's smooth. So for some reason, if you really want to play that way, it's fine. Okay, so let's take a look on the consistency, and as you can see, both settings, I mean both resolutions, it just don't happen. The frame rate don't go below the 60 FPS, which is awesome news. And as for the other stuff, this is for 1080p. No, this is for 1440p, I'm sorry. The VRAM usage is 2 gigabytes, the RAM, I mean the VRAM usage is 2 gigabytes, the RAM usage is 4.3 gigabytes of RAM. I feel recommended to have at least 6 gigabytes of RAM for this game. I'm pretty sure that 4 gigabytes users can play the game, but I recommend it to have 6. The CPU usage was between the 35 to 70%, and the GPU usage, yes, that is slightly bottlenecking there. That is why there is the 85% to 99. So 1080p consumes 2 gigabytes of VRAM, but consumes a little bit less on the RAM and consumes a little bit more on the CPU, and the GPU has a little bit more higher bottleneck. So whatever the resolution you are going to play this game, apart from 4K, the game will just play excellent above 60 FPS. That's the top thing that you need to know. Okay, so that's all I want to talk about Bioshock Remastered. Hope you did enjoy this video. If you like what I do here, just like it, share it, subscribe, and if you want to support me, just disable adblock. Okay, thank you a lot for watching, and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.